The iOS 18 Photos app sucks. How to fix it. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you've recently updated to iOS 18 and noticed that the Photos app isn't working like it used to, you're not alone. A lot of users are complaining about issues like lagging, missing photos, poor organization, and even glitches when trying to edit or share pictures. Apple introduced some new features, but let's be honest, they also made some things worse. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix the most annoying problems in the iOS 18 Photos app. So stick around till the end to get your Photos app running smoothly again. Now, let's get started. First, open the Photos app on iPhone. It looks cluttered and you're not necessarily grounded on exactly where you are. Now, every other normal app and how the Photos app used to be is it used to look sort of like this. It's a little bit blurry, but you would have here at the very bottom is a menu and you have one screen that you're on, say your library or albums, but now it essentially is switched to an endless scroll of random photos and settings and people and pets in recent days. But if you back to the home screen and open Instagram, here you're on one screen and usually the menu is at the bottom or at the top. So let's fix the Photos app here and try to fix the app. And now what you're first going to do is swipe all the way down to the very bottom. And you'll notice at the very bottom, at least they added a Customize and Reorder option. Tap on Customize and Reorder option. And you can see everything is checked by default. But in a lot of instances, most people don't use a lot of these, as well as memories. So they'll pop up if it's someone's birthday or we want a trip a year ago or 2 years ago. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to disable trips here and feature photos, media types, I don't necessarily need it, and then wallpaper suggestions. Now, you can choose whether you want albums on there or not. I don't necessarily use albums that much. I just search for photos, so I'll just keep it as this. So again, you might want to control exactly what is on there, and I would recommend removing a lot of things that you don't use. You can also just take your finger and swipe anything up or down to essentially get to reorder any of these. Now let's get out of here, and you can see if I scroll up, okay? It shows me the photos, and then memories, shared albums, and then utilities at the bottom. Now, keep in mind there are some cool features that they have added in here, but now we've gone a long way towards basically simplifying this specific app and making it look more normal. If you swipe up, then you get into just the photo library, the normal photo library that used to pop up when you just open up the old iPhone Photos app in iOS 17. However, now there are some cool features. You can tap on the up and down arrow at the bottom left. And one cool thing I see is sort by recently added. So essentially, if you downloaded a photo or a video from a website or something onto your phone, I would recommend sorting in by recently added, not necessarily the date captured, because it could have been an old photo that was taken 2 years ago, and then you'd have to swipe through your entire feed to be able to find that. And then I also would recommend tapping on here, and there's a really cool option. Tap on View Options here, and we can disable screenshots. A lot of times people take screenshots but don't necessarily want their entire photo albums or photo feed to be cluttered up by all those screenshots. So you can disable that as well as the shared with you if you don't necessarily want those two different things. And one thing that they have done really well is they've added a really robust search. So I can tap on the search icon at the top here. And it says search for whatever you want. I'm going to type in trees and see the top results. So you can see, all right, it popped up with that one. There's a tree in the background. And let's say I'm going to go back and search again. I can always just go back and just search for that specific keyword. What is in that photo? And it helps you to find it instead of just mindlessly scrolling through all of these to try to find that specific photo. Now, another cool feature is we can scroll down to the bottom, and the utilities are pretty robust in iOS 18. So tap on Utilities here, and you can see a lot of cool options. Now you can see, of course, favorites hit and recently deleted. Here, I will show you people some new things, so tap on the illustrations here. Once you get into it, you will notice that iPhone has randomly picked the pictures that are illustrated from your photos library. This is, I think, the unique feature. You can also check your recently viewed items by tapping on Recently Viewed, which will display the photos, videos, or other media you've accessed recently. You can go to Documents, say you scan a document and you want it to go back and send that through an email. You can go to Documents and Imports. They've introduced some great options and added useful new features, making the overall experience feel more modern and functional. The Utilities section, in particular, has been significantly improved, offering a much more advanced and well-organized layout than before. It's definitely a step in the right direction, and I really appreciate the effort they've put into refining it. Having everything neatly categorized and easy to access makes navigating through the app a lot smoother, which is always a welcome change. That being said, I can't help but feel a bit puzzled about their decision to structure the layout in this particular way instead of sticking to a more traditional and familiar screen format. While innovation is great, sometimes making drastic changes to the user interface can feel unnecessary, especially when the previous version was already working just fine. Adjusting to the new design might take some time for users who were comfortable with the older layout. However, despite these changes, you still have the option to simply swipe up to navigate through different sections, which helps make things a little more manageable. If you're used to the previous format, this adjustment might feel a bit awkward at first, but with time, it should become more intuitive. It's always interesting to see how updates improve certain aspects while also introducing new challenges in usability. Whereas most apps that most people are used to dealing with have various menu buttons, the bottom or the top, that will take them to different sections or pages, whereas the mindlessly scrolling through all of the different categories on here, all on one page, is a little disorienting somehow. And there you have it. By following these steps, you can fix the iOS 18 Photos app and get it back to working the way it should. Apple keeps rolling out updates, so hopefully they'll address some of these issues in future patches. But until then, these fixes should help you take control of your photo library again. If this video helped you, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more iPhone tips, fixes, and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.